Hello everybody, welcome back to the training. Now today's tip of the day is to record yourself training. When it comes to anything that involves form, posture, technique, which is everything, maybe except breath work, but maybe except breath work, but any kind of movement, you really want to record yourself to get some sort of feedback, get an extra set of eyes on your own training. A mirror can often work, but isn't often the best. Now, one of the things I've been noticing from the training is that my neck often rounds forward. So I've taken a little extra attention to keeping the posture of my head more up and back. Also working off camera a little bit of working the back side by putting my head behind my body. Getting out in this beautiful weather. But my neck sometimes gets tight. I'm pretty sure it's just because, having a cell phone, and it just kind of promotes a poor posture. Another thing is I've been doing really good with these Ido Portal push-ups. Another tip when it comes to handstands, make sure to arch your hands is very important. Now I try to keep tension with my head. It still goes forwards, but it isn't as forward as normally. Normally I keep that really deep kind of b-boy posture where you really get that hunch and that hollow body position. But I think it's important just to be able to understand all the ranges of motion of each part of your body. You can do a range of motion. It's not inherently bad, but have the ability to go both ways. I'm spending a lot of time stretching out the chest and the shoulders, along with doing some lower body work that doesn't require too much attention. So it's just really easy for me to do a lot of these lower body strength builders, flexibility builders, and I can just happen to use the upper body in some sort of way, and that's what I'm choosing to do. So please leave a like, please comment, please subscribe. Thank you guys. I got the channel monetized, so woohoo! I'm a little bit of hanging and some pull-ups there, and this is the nighttime stretching routine. I did a little bit of a fuller routine today, doing the splits to start off. I wasn't able to do the bridge. I attempted it, but just that it's too arid, the humidity isn't right, and I'm just too slippery to do a bridge. So I might need to just wait for weather to change. I get a good amount of range of motion. Stretching this right here stretches out the back a good amount, surprisingly. So try out some of these kind of new movements to stretch out. Some movements that use the entire body will stretch out and cramp up some of the weaker, more stiff parts. Lotus pose, this Taylor's pose is working one of the worst aspects of my mobility. So still trying to improve it, not seeing too much progress, but I will still try. Working the hamstrings, I'm noticing a lot of progress. I've spent several years without really getting to understand it, but I'm starting to understand the position and how to improve through it. After all this, I think I get into the full middle splits. This was one of the best ones because I think I did a full and proper warm-up. I was able to get a good amount of contact with the ground. I think I was able to just do the full middle splits. I'll get the hips, not the hips, but the thighs touching the ground, which was not a first, but it was the first with this good and easiness of form. This is the best I could do with the bridge, but it was just so slippery that I wasn't stable enough to attempt it. So I did a little bit of juggling. When it comes to juggling, I'm quite content with where I'm at, and I don't feel like I'm going to improve past 4 balls because 5 balls is quite an exponentially more challenging task than 4 or 3, and it's not all that much cooler, which is the only reason I got in the juggling at the beginning, but now I do it to keep up with hand-eye coordination.